I think okay, there are some mistakes I made. I think let's go up. Let's identify what exactly it is. Okay, so AG copy source destination flag. So this is what I done. So AG copy upload a single file using a OAuth authentication. If you have not yet logged into AG copy, please run the AG copy login, which I'm already done. Okay, so let's say recursive equal to true. I need to keep. They have only two supported wildcard characters. No, strange. From the argument required, pipe blog upload, block pipe download acceptable.
Place double quotes like after AZ copy. Uh, like you have
Yes, yes, yes.
just
I'm my bad. Yeah. So here I'm missing the double quotes. You're right.
yeah.
Thank you. So this is what okay common mistake we generally do. Okay, this here I'm missing the double quotes. Copy it again. Okay, so let me go up and put it here. Yeah. So AJ copy. Okay, this code was double quotes was missing. Let me try it again now. Yeah. So it is working now, and you could see. Okay, so it is completed transfer complete 14 files and they're done with the transfer. Okay, so what I did is I just completely copied one container of one storage account to the another storage accounts. Okay, let's come back here. I just copied a container of this demo AG copy to the test storage account, right? Go to the overview page and go to the blob storage. So here I should be having a container called AG copy. Here you could see, and you can see the time also. And if I go in, so I should be able to see all the content, whatever I copied. So this is how okay you can perform the copy of blobs. So the, if at all if you wanted to copy a single file, okay, you can specify the file name, and if at all if you wanted to copy entire container itself, okay, you can do that. This is what I did. Okay, copying entire directory. No, copying a container I did. Okay, this is what okay, I have shown you now. So if at all if you wanted to copy a specific directory or a file, you can follow the above one. Okay, so this remaining things you can see, and in addition to that, okay, let's come back here. So these three we have seen, right? So like this is for the synchronization. Let's say uh back here, let's say you have uploaded some file, some directory, okay, to the blob, and you have updated some content into that particular directory, and you wanted to perform a sync. Okay, you can use the sync option. Okay, so for example here I'll go back to the this particular path, and here okay I uploaded a separate container called Ansible, right? So within this Ansible folder, okay, if I go here, let's say if I create a new file, let's say I'll create a test sync file. Okay, so if I upload this new file, if at all if I wanted to sync this particular newly uploaded file to my storage account, I have to use this particular sync command. Okay, so here let's do this now. Okay, so same command. Okay, I'll use the same command. So instead of copy, I'll use the sync. Okay, so instead of copy here, I will use the sync, and let me simply do any recursive at the end. Yes. So let me copy it. This is I'm doing for the demo storage account. If I go to the demo storage account, and if I go to the container, and within a container, if I go to the Ansible, here I have only two files, that is test and nginx YAML. So if I come back here, and in addition to that, I added a test folder, a file called test sync text. So by executing this particular sync command now, it will sync all the newly updated files. Let's see this now. It again. Simply paste it. Okay, here if you see earlier, okay, I was using copy. Now I'm doing a sync. Let's click on enter. Okay. Okay, so let's come back and refresh here. I think it is not done properly. has started. The file scanned at source, 0 file scanned at the destination. Okay, it is not scanned any files properly. Why? Let's say I'll execute the command again. Strange. I'm under the same path, right? Desktop and Ansible. Let me try to create a one. I'll make it as a YAML. Uh, yeah. Now if you see, completed number of files is 1. Okay, let's come back here and do refresh. Just go back and come back here. Sometimes it will not show you. Yeah, it is done actually. There was an issue with the you know this thing. If you see here, testing file is there and the testing YAML file is also there. Okay, so this is how, okay, we can sync the complete directory and folders, okay, by using this particular sync command. Okay, so this is what I was showing here. Okay, you can see how we can sync here, synchronization. I'll put it here at the end. Same way, okay, just practice each and everything here for the transfer the data under this particular getting started easy copy. So these are the file, okay, tabs, okay, I opened in a separate. Okay, first one will be like authentication, okay, to log into the AG copy, and second thing, okay, for transferring the data in a different ways. Same thing you can do it for the files here. Okay, let's say I'll put it here. Okay, so we can create a file share using AG copy commands, like, and you could say AG copy make, and you can just specify that this time you have to choose the endpoint as a file. Okay, earlier we have chosen an endpoint. Okay, if I go to the endpoints here, okay, if I go back to the endpoints earlier, okay, since I was working with a blob, okay, I have chosen the blob endpoint. So wherein, okay, here in between I'm getting as a blob. So this time, if at all, if you wanted to do the same activity, okay, you have to take this particular file share endpoint. Here it will be coming as a file. Okay, so same thing. Okay, AG copy make. Okay, so you can specify the endpoint and the container, whatever the name that you wanted, along with the SAS token, and you will be able to create a separate file share and uploading the files. And you can see here same thing, AG copy. You can specify the local path name, destination, and file share name, and the path and SAS token. Okay, so uploading a directory, same thing, uploading a content to your directory, specific files to your file share, everything. Okay, you can go through the same thing. This is something about the file share. And if at all, if you have like a Amazon S3 bucket, so Amazon S3 is the one of the storage account for the AWS. So if you have an account, maybe you can try it. If not, forget about it. Same with the GCP and Azure Stack. So for now, till practice till here, okay, with this particular AG copy commands, and let me know in case of any questions. Okay, so with this, okay, I'm going to stop it here for today. And if you have any questions, we can quickly discuss. And if not, okay, let's continue from tomorrow. Any more questions you have?
Can we use this AZ copy for the migrations also?
Yeah, so I'll walk you through some use case. Let's say, yeah, we can use migrations also. For migrations, like this AZ copy is only used to copy some data to the file storage accounts. Very simple. Okay, so it is not something like to migrate some data to your Azure. It will not work. It is just simply we are just copying some kind of data to the storage account itself, not to the entire Azure.
What can we do the workloads from on-premise to the cloud?
No,
Like
that is what
anything on workload, we can have a what do you call snapshot. Can we do that also?
Yeah, so snapshots also we can upload into the storage account.
So only the destination should be storage only,
Storage account.
not
Yes, not any other. Only destination should be storage account. That is the reason I mentioned in the beginning itself. Importing and exporting data to the storage account. This AG copy and storage explorer just to upload and download the data from anywhere, from your local system or from anywhere into a storage account itself.
So does it work only for blob and file, or does it work for other table and queue also?
Table and queue is something like so we'll be using on a different methods. Let's say if I go here, It will not work on a table and queue, because if I go to the queues here, so when I click create a queue, let's say I'll say demo queue. I would say only demo. Okay, a separate queue endpoint will be created a URL. This URL we have to use on an application level, or maybe on a within a code configuration, to upload some messages related events. Same with the table. Okay, if at all if you create a table storage here, let's say a demo, I'll say, and here also a separate unique URL will be generated, okay, with a demo table storage. And if at all if you wanted to store some table content, okay, we have to use this URL. We will be not able to perform any other extra thing here. Same
So
as
if I
the
understand correctly, it mainly for blob and file heavily
correct,
used
heavily
to
used.
copy between the cloud or between the two storage accounts or on-prem, or so better to be used blob and file only. So what happen if you did the NS lookup and it resolves the public IP address? Does public IP address keep changing, or there's going to be a static that IP address?
That let me check it here. It should be static, I think, because when you create a storage account, it will be like it is not something like not like a VM, right? It will be stopping it and starting it, so it should be static.
It should be static, correct?
Yes,
Okay. The
yes,
reason I'm asking, suppose on premises or you have a firewall going out on
yes, yes,
premises, they have a proxy or they have an outbound firewall, and that request doesn't go directly over the internet because they're already blocking all that outbound internet as well.
correct,
In that case, that IP has to be, if it is the firewall is not URL based, we need to allow that IP. If it is the static IP, that makes sense. If it is not,
correct.
then it's